I have been knitting and crocheting all my life, but more for the last 8 to 10 years, I have been knitting and crocheting non-stop almost. I mean, I stopped here and there for a couple of months, but it was mostly my wrist hurting. It is really bad out here, but yes, so I have around 20 items here. We are going into summer. It is already June. I can't believe that this time is just going fast. But yes, I have around 20 items here that I want to talk about. I have a lot of summer items that I make because I live in a warmer climate and I really like making projects really fast. And because there are no arms or stuff like that, it is just so much quicker. And because it takes less yarn, it is so much cheaper to make. So I make a lot of summer items. And I have around 20 items here. Some of them I'm happy about, some of them I'm not, some of them I never wear. But I think, when you start making stuff, you kind of get addicted and you want that motivation of like making something and then being able to use it for the first time. And you want to like pump up things really fast. And around like 8 years ago, when I started like knitting non-stop, I think I got that motivation to make a lot of stuff really quickly, and that caused a lot of mistakes. But also I did not have like yarn knowledge and fiber knowledge that I have today, or I don't have the experience, like I did not have the experience of actually using these fabrics and seeing how they worked. And I have made a lot of mistakes along the way. Not all of them I use frequently, but it is really hard to get rid of them because they took so much time and effort. And I really do I guess I like the idea of them. I could never get rid of the idea I had on my head. So yeah, so I wanted to talk about all of my knits and kind of wear them and show you how they turned out, what I made correctly, what mistakes I made along the way, and kind of talk about all these summer knits. Maybe it will be inspiring to you if you want to make summer projects. It is really hard to make them because, again, they are so much quicker to make, but they're not as easy. Like, for winter, whatever fiber you pick, you can always put something inside. If it ends up being holey or maybe it is itchy, you have chance to work around the end project. But with the summer items, if it's too hot, I can't wear it. And that is the problem I have the most, to be honest, is that some of these are too hot for me to wear. I think it's really hard to be on social media where you're seeing people from all around the world and they are making all of these items, but your body and your climate and your temperature does not really match them. Especially like in the knitting world, a lot of people I follow live in Northern Europe, so their summer knits are still woolens, which that does not work with my part of the world where in summer it is 45 degrees. Like, that is the usual temperature. I mean, that is a little bit of an exaggeration, but you know what? No, it is not. It is almost 40 degrees every day, and it just doesn't make sense. All of the items people are making to wear to beaches doesn't make sense. I will talk about all these items, show you how they fit, and kind of talk about how I made them, what was wrong with them, and what was right with them, and kind of have this video as my guide for the future. Because again, I want to stop getting influenced and getting hyped and starting things really soon before I do any planning or something that I have been doing because I did not have, well, I still don't, but when I started knitting and crocheting more frequently, I did not have the budget to kind of buy patterns or even buy certain yarns. So I kind of had to work with what I got, and that ended up being a problem along the way. Sometimes it works out great, but sometimes it is a shame because I put all this work in for something that I am not able to wear. But yes, let's talk about all the knits and crochet projects I have and rank them together. So I actually don't have a Bluetooth mic, so we're just going to work with the wired one. So the first thing that I want to show you is the set. I'm not really sure about the chronological order for all of these, but I am pretty sure that I made these first, like almost one of the first projects that I've ever made. I think it was the second one. The first one was a really bad raglan sweater, and it was really bad because I did not know how to make raglan sleeves. So I ended up like, it was bottom up, and I decreased every row instead of every other row. So that ended up being really bad. I did wear that like every day at home for the last 5 years, but my mom made me get rid of it because it was in a really bad situation. But let's continue with the knit I have on me. So this was supposed to be a launch set at the time, like around 2018. Everyone was making two-piece sets, which I don't think a lot has changed, to be honest. But I got influenced. I wanted to make knit shorts, and I ended up buying this yarn that is 50% bamboo and 50% acrylic. And again, since I was just starting up again with knitting, I didn't really have the fiber knowledge, or like I didn't know where to buy stuff. Where I live, this is a very accessible yarn brand, and I thought, you know, acrylic is bad, so let me try acrylic with bamboo because I don't have a lot of options, thinking that it was gonna be better. Did I wear this? The answer is no. Over the last 8 years, I wear this like 3 times. I wore this like 3 times. And the reason for that, it is not because of the constructions. I'm really happy about the top. I mean, it does roll a little bit at the ends. This was my first try of making an I-cord edge. Yeah, so I'm really happy about the top. I can wear it anywhere. No problems with the top. But the bottoms, again, am I really happy about the fit of it? Yes. It is just so damn thick. This yarn, we don't use, I'm Turkish, we don't use the yarn labels like Americans do, like the fingering weight and DK weight. So I'm not really sure what weight this is, but I think I'm gonna guess that it is DK. It is just so thick. I knit this with 5 millimeters, I think. But yeah, and then I did a folded band for the waist, and that made it even worse. I use a thicker elastic for the waist, and it's so hard to wear these shorts. I am wearing these shorts right now to film this video. I am trying to wear them. It just doesn't work with the weather. I almost closed the window so that the shriek noise doesn't get picked up by the mic, but I am dying. Do I really like it? Yes. Can I wear it? Functionally, not really. I mean, I can force myself to wear this. It is just really hard to wear knitted shorts, especially like this thick. I don't know. If I wear them together, I look like I'm wearing pajamas. It doesn't really work outside. I like wearing more structured bottoms when I'm going outside. So yeah, and to wear at home, they're just too hot. I will wear them. I will keep them. I will give the top a +2 out of 10. I will give the top an 8. I'm really happy about it. I just wanted to do like, I didn't do anything here. If I did it straight here, it will like fold down, kind of like a cowl neck, but not really. And I'm really happy about it. It was really easy to make. And I am happy about my construction, my pattern for the bottom, but I think I will try to make something that is much thinner and something much looser if I want to make shorts again. So for the bottom, I'm going to give 5 out of 10 because I do like it. I do like the look. I can take photos, but I don't think that I will wear them outside. Maybe if I like go to a vacation, I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna give the shorts a 5. These are the only shorts that I've ever knitted, and I'm going to give my top a, I think I would give them a 7. I don't wear them a lot, and they are thicker than most of my tops, so we're gonna do a 7 and a 5. Alright, our next up is this army green knit, and it has like diamond shapes all around. I don't know if it's that visible. I think so. But so this was meant to be a vest. So it was actually meant to be a v-neck vest. So I will show you that one. So this was the front. I was supposed to add a rib band here because it was supposed to be a normal vest, also on the armholes. But what ended up happening is just that I got bored. And it was supposed to be a vest, and it was supposed to be a lot looser than this, but yeah, because I did not have the budget to make a lot of stuff, I ended up being afraid to make things really big. So everything that I made ended up being really small. I mean, it's not small like right now, but it is small for a looser vest. So yeah, it has like diamond shapes. I was trying to kind of learn new stitches. I wanted to try cable knitting, but I didn't really know what that was. So I just ended up doing this thing. And yes, I wear this both like v-necked, and sometimes I wear it backwards. So the V is on the back and the neck is around here. Yeah, I never ended up finishing it, and it kind of rolled on its own, and at first I was just going to frog it, but since it rolls, it doesn't really look bad in my opinion, so I just started wearing it. I really like it. I do wear this like on a daily basis in summer when I'm at my house, or even when I'm going to places. I mean, again, it is unfinished, but in my opinion, it doesn't look that unfinished. I really do like it. I would give an 8 out of 10. An 8 because of the color. It is not a color that I wear a lot, but I do wear it. So if I were to make another one of these, I would not make this color, but I am really happy about it. Yeah, 8 because of the color and because it was not what I have planned. But this is one of my most worn knits for summer. I am really happy about this. Yeah. So my next top is this one. Ignore my bra straps at the moment. I didn't really want to change it for every piece, but this one, it is, oh, I never talked about the yarn. For this one and this one, I used Elise Diva, which is a very common yarn brand where I'm from. So it is an acrylic. It is, I would say, fingering weight. Like, it is quite thin. Yeah, I really do like this yarn. Like, I know it is an acrylic, so it has its downs, but it is a really good quality yarn, I would say. It doesn't really, like, because it is thin, it doesn't make me sweaty a lot. I am really happy about this, and it washes up, no problem. I don't have to hand wash it every time. And, you know, the amount of the times that I wear this, it should have been a lot worse. You know, acrylic and natural yarns have their own ups and downs. Right now, like currently, most of the yarns I buy are dead stock. Well, I don't know if it's called dead stock. Basically, they are factory leftovers. So I don't actually buy a lot of like the main brand yarn. It is the same yarn, just I get the leftovers, so sometimes there are mistakes with the color or like they're cut in the middle of it, but I work around it and I feel a lot better in terms of sustainability and using acrylics. But yeah, so this one is the same yarn. I really like this yarn for summer. This one is a crochet piece. So this was supposed to be, the neck part was supposed to be a lot more elaborate. It was supposed to have this lace, but by the time that this was like bottom up project, by the time I had crocheted all of this part, I just got sick of it. I just wanted to finish it and ended up doing like just a normal fillet part. And this project ended up taking a lot more yarn than I thought it would. I think it took like almost 3 skeins, like almost 300 grams. And this yarn again is quite thin, so it is a lot of meters. So I don't know how I ended up doing that, but I think I used 2.5 millimeters, which kind of makes this a lot more thicker. Yeah, but because of the color, I'm not really a red wearer in the summer. I do wear red in winter and colder weathers. So I usually wear this in spring or fall with a jacket over it. It works a lot better. It is harder to wear this in summer. It is so much thicker than the green one that was knitted. And I wear this quite a lot. So I would give this a 7. Yes, a 7. Because even though I do like it, I don't think that I would ever make it again. Comparing to this one, I would definitely make this one again. It may not be the most beautiful piece, but it is very functional and I do like functional pieces. So I would definitely make this one again, which is why I gave it, did I give it a 7 or 8? I don't even know, to be honest, but for this one I'm gonna give it a 7. I really like it. I will keep it. I will keep wearing it, but I don't think that I would ever make it again. So now we're going into my favorite things knitwear category, where I was obsessed. And I really liked, I don't really remember the names. I really like this one, camisole, and I also like this pattern. I don't remember the name, but I will put it on the screen. And I was going to buy these two patterns, and because of the exchange rate, even though at the time it wasn't that bad, but because of the exchange rate, it ended up being, the patterns usually end up costing more than the yarn that I'm using, and it is really hard to justify that to myself. I just end up liking an item, taking a photo of it, and kind of figure out on my own. But for this one, I was going to buy the pattern for this one, also the camisole one. But when I got into the website and I was trying to buy it, I did not have a credit card at the time, so my dad's credit card did not work on that site. And you know, I took that as a divine intervention, and I thought that I would just make one myself, and I think I figured it out pretty good. It is really similar to the original pattern, I think. Let me just try to show you on a better lighting. I think I did really great, I'm not gonna lie. But yes, so this is also not very much a summer knit, I would say. It is more a spring fall item, just because of the yarn that I used, which this one I again used Alize cotton gold, and this yarn is 50% cotton and 50% acrylic, again because it is really hard to find non-acrylic yarns that are made for, that are fit for wearables. So I ended up buying this. Again, it is a very commercially available yarn, and the reason that it is not a fully summer item is because of the yarn. What I realized over the years is the softer something is, the warmer it is, and this one is a really soft yarn, which is why I picked it in the first place. But softer yarns are not really great for summer. It touches my skin too much. I don't know how to explain it. So this ended up being more of a fall to spring top, which works great because it is a pretty high neck. And yeah, I'm really happy about this. I wore this a lot. I would give this a 10 out of 10. I really like the pattern. I mean, I did not use the original pattern, but since it is very similar, I just wanted to point that out. And I also have other things that were inspired by my favorite things, knitwear. I do really like that brand a lot. I do believe that I heard some issues with its sizing, of that brand not having enough sizing. I don't really know about that because I don't really buy patterns. I just figure things out on my own. But I really like this style. I'm really happy about it, and I do see myself making another one, maybe in another color and another yarn in the future. So this next one was supposed to be like a swim top. I'm not really sure. I mean, I do think I can wear this in summer just outside, but let me just get closer. And I saw this pattern on Pinterest. I did not realize that there was a pattern available. I'm not really sure if it's still available. If I can find it, I will put it down below, or like I will write the pattern name on the screen. This one I did not wear a lot, and my biggest problem with this one, so I used the same yarn with the second top that I showed you because I have some leftover, so I used that one. My biggest problem with this one is the back. So let me show you the back. It is a like corset style back. Yeah, because of how the constructions and the decreases and increases work, this part, it is so much thinner, and I do really like it. It looks like it could be swimwear item, but when you go to the side and the back, it just gets so much wider, which I really hate. I wish I had done some like decreases or less rows here, or maybe like instead of doing double crochets, I would change it to single crochets here too, like I did in the front. And I want this part to be so much thinner to be able to like actually look like a swimwear item. I was thinking maybe add like some type of fabric and turn this into a dress. I do really like how it turned out in terms of the front. I would give this a 6 for now because I do plan on making another one, and I will make this part a lot thinner, and I will wear this for swimming. And this fabric, because it is an acrylic and it is quite thin, I think it is fit for swimwear. I'm really happy about this fabric, even though it is acrylic. And if you are an acrylic hater, I don't know how you do summer items, because yeah, it's really hard to find good quality cotton that is fit for wearables. Because I make a lot of like cotton bags and stuff, but those are rougher cotton fabrics, and I will show you a softer cotton yarn and why that ended up not working like at all. I also have some mercerized cotton options, and those are better. They do get older more quickly, but I am also really happy about those. They are as thin as these ones. Yeah, that I would say my favorite yarn for summer, either this acrylic yarn or the mercerized cottons that I have used before. But yes, I will give this a 6. Did I say 6? I don't really know. I just make stuff up as I go, and let's move on. So to talk about my favorite things knitwear again, this was the other pattern that I was going to buy. I'm not really sure which one, but it is camisole number something. I will put it here. But this isn't the first one I made. First version I made with this, it was like kind of a little bit big for me. I ended up giving it to my sister. I don't have it right now. It was a cream color. I don't wear cream, so I did not like the cream. I ended up giving it to my sister, and I made this. I do really like the pattern. I think I figured it out pretty good. And Would I make this again? Definitely. Is it my favorite? No. My favorite is another My Favorite Things knitwear top pattern. I like that one better, but I'm not really sure because the yarn that I used, again, it is kind of soft. It is just too warm for summer. Yes, I do wear this quite often. I would give this a 8. Yes, I think if I were to make it another yarn, in another color, I would be a lot more happier. I will give this an 8, and let's move on to my favorite knitwear item ever. So, my favorite top, my favorite knit summer top is this one. It is a really good, like a forest green. It is quite vibrant. I don't know if it's showing on camera, but it is again, I saw My Favorite Things knitwear pattern and I recreated it. I'm really happy about it. I actually bought these mercerized cottons from this sale at that time, and I wanted to use it for a summer top. Well, because I didn't get to buy a lot, it was a lot more expensive than all the other yarns that I was using, and I made this. I am extremely happy about this. I wear this every summer since I made it. I wear this quite a lot. I will take it off and kind of show you how, you know, it kind of lost its color around the armpit area because, I mean, I don't think that it's showing on camera, but because it is mercerized cotton, it is a natural fiber, it is not as long wear as all the other items, but I'm still really happy about it. I wore this so much, like it still looks good. The worst area is the armpit area, but that is the area that is the least visible, so I don't even really care about that. And I was so happy with this. So I made this like 6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago, again, like quite back in the day. And because I'm so happy about this, I ended up starting one in black. So for this one, I am not using mercerized cotton because I don't have any more left, and they are kind of expensive. I'm trying to not spend a lot of money this year, but I have this cotton yarn, 100% cotton. That is not the best quality. I mean, you can tell by touching it, but they are really cheap. This yarn is quite available. It is extremely cheap compared to this one. So, and it is a quite quick knit for me. I mean, I started this like 3 days ago and I didn't even work on it that much. I thought, you know what, it gets old, I don't even care. And this one is a lot softer. This one is a lot rougher, but again, because it is so thin and it is a summer item, I just prefer it to be rougher and kind of not touch my skin all the time. So hopefully I will finish this one. I give this 11 out of 10. I am extremely happy about it. I wear this so much. I have a lot of photos with this, which is a problem at this point. And yes, I will definitely buy some more mercerized cotton and maybe try the other My Favorite Things pattern with this yarn. So yes, 11 out of 10. And let's move on. So this one is also made from the mercerized cotton. It is Ghazal brand, by the way. I will put the brand here. And I had 3 of those, which I ended up only using 2.5 skein. It was 50 grams, and I have 3 of these. And this one I'm not so much happy about. So I believe those are called a rib, like broken rib stitch. And I wanted to try, instead of 2 by 2, I wanted to try 1 by 1. And I kind of did this V shape around the neck. I ended up like, I get bored quite fast when I'm not really sure about the project. So for this one, I ended up making it a little shorter than I would like to. There's a wedding going on. I don't know if the mic is picking that up, but yes, I'm just gonna continue anyways. So yes, I would give this a 7. I do wear it because the fabric ended up being really comfortable. Is it my favorite? No. But what I'm realizing is that I am comfort first and kind of looks second. And so because it is a good fabric, I do wear it and I will keep wearing it. I would definitely say this one is my second favorite. I don't know if I say that for the brown one, but this is it. It is with the half, like 50% cotton, 50% acrylic yarn that I mentioned before. It is the same one. But with this one, because I made this a lot looser, it is so much more comfortable, and it is also kind of high neck. I think I wore this backwards, I believe, because it was supposed to be a higher neck, but whatever. It's kind of like business casual looking, which I do like. It works great. It is gray. It is also great for daily wear. I really like this. I think I wear this the second most, other than the green one. So I would definitely make another one of this one. I also made like I-cord straps, and there was basically no shaping. Like the only little shaping I have is for the arms, and it was a really straightforward knit. I really like it. I would give this a 9 out of 10. No, actually I would give this a 10 out of 10. I would definitely make this another color. My biggest problem with it is because it is gray, I do end up wearing colors like gray more like on colder days. So this is more of a fall item with a jacket type of top, but I also wear it in summer. I think if I were to make this in a blue, I would really wear it every day. So after all of those items where I ended up making what I wanted to make, we have this one. And again, ignore my bra straps. But this one, I don't even remember what I was making, to be honest. I just started it from the neck. And wait, let me show you. It was like, oh, I just remembered. I think I was trying to make the gray one, but with like this type of stitch. I don't know what it's called in English. We call it like rice stitch. It is basically one by one rip, but you change it every row. I don't know what it's called. Anyways, so that was supposed to be that one, but I used the fully acrylic like Alize Diva on this one, and it ended up not sitting the right way. So, and the body ended up like being really big because this is a lot more stretchy in terms of the yarn and the stitch. So I ended up just working with it because of how wide it is. It was so much work and I really did not want to frog. So I made this type of neck for the bag also. And you know what? I'm really happy about this. It is definitely on my rotation every summer. I'm not as happy about as I was with the other ones, but I really like this. I would give this a 7 also. Would I make this again? No. I mean, this was a mistake. The whole construction did not end up what I wanted to be, but I am really happy and I will keep it and wear it. And I really do like the outfits where I wear this. Yeah, so that, I really like 7, I guess, because I've been giving 7 to all of these. I feel like, I don't know, it's hard to be, it's hard to like judge your own work. I'm a little weak, I don't know. Let's continue. All right, so I just realized that I forgot this one. This one was one of my really early makes. Um, yeah, I don't know if anybody remembers this dress that was really, really popular on Pinterest. I think like there was one picture where Kendall Jenner was wearing it. I don't know. A lot of people were wearing it, and it was, I think the color scheme was the opposite. The main fabric was white, and the piping was black. But I don't wear things that are too white, so I ended up changing it. And the original one was fabric, but I ended up knitting it. And I was going to add like a piece of metal here to hold it up, but when I ended up wearing it, it kind of does not fold anymore, so it is fine. I wear this. Is it my favorite? No. Um, I made it quite snug. I want things that I'm wearing either be really loose or almost part of my body, like be that thin that I don't feel it anymore. And this one I use a Diva yarn again, the acrylic one. And I use 3mm needles, and to this point I was using it with 4mm needles, and that is a quite loose gauge because especially because how slippery the yarn is. But with this one I wanted to have more structure. I ended up using 3mm, and it is very obvious. I do wear this. Would I make this again? No. I think I'm going to give it a 6. It is exactly what I wanted to make, but that is the part where influencing comes into play because I got influenced. I was just seeing this so much on Pinterest. I felt like making it. I think there was a With Wendy video. She's a sewist on YouTube where she made that dress also, and I was like, oh, I have to make this. And actually, because of that YouTube video, I can actually check when I made this because it was after that video, I believe. So that's interesting. I just regret making a lot of things just because I saw everyone making or wearing. This was one of those things. It was not something that I would just come up with on my own. But yes, I do wear this. I will give it a 6 just because I don't want to give everything a 7. And I wear this not so much. But am I happy with it? Yes, I do really like it. I think I really did a great job, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, the only thing that I made definitely wrong is that I suck at looking things up or like try to make things better. I really did not know how to finish things. I only knew one way. I should have really looked up how to finish one by one rib so that it would be stretchy. This is not at all stretchy, but it fits. It works out fine. I'll give it a 6, and let's move on. We still have a lot of projects, and the next one is my most hated project ever. So let's look at that. All right, this is the worst of the worst, and you're gonna be like, why? Many things. So it kind of shows red on the camera, but it is a really like Barbie pink, not like a lighter Barbie pink, but like the darker pink. I mean, it shows really red on camera, but trust me, it is pink, very pink. So this yarn I bought on a sale, and it was extremely cheap than usual, which is really interesting because it was an online sale. I saw like, I think I would say I'm an expert at this point in terms of like looking at pictures of yarn and guessing how soft and how scratchy they are. This one was 100% cotton yarn, and it looked extremely soft, and it was like so much cheaper than usual. So I just bought it on a whim. It turned out being too thick. You know that question, like what is heavier, a kilogram of cotton or a kilogram of metal or something like that? I don't really remember, but it is still kilogram. So a thicker cotton yarn is still very thick. Like, I don't know why I thought that it was not going to be a problem, because you know, it's a natural yarn. It's more like, it has more airflow compared to acrylic and stuff, but it was so much thicker. And this one, I remember the influence. It was this YouTuber that I followed. Did she did it first? I'm not really sure, but she doesn't do thrift videos or like outfit videos anymore. I'm pretty sure she's been renovating a house, but yeah, she made this where there was like this little keyhole part was for the whole front, and it was a lot larger. But the problem with me is that I'm really afraid of wearing anything that is interesting. So I was like, oh, that's too much for me, because what am I gonna wear inside? Am I gonna wear a bra? I was really scared. I don't know why. I really shoot myself on the foot sometimes. But yes, I ended up doing this little part, which I regret a lot. I wish I did the bigger holes. I thought that was really pretty. But yes, I made this, and it became really clear early on that it was gonna be too thick. And again, it is a really soft cotton, which it touches me. It's really soft. It is extremely warm. I die in this. I tried to wear it a couple of times. I wore it like a couple of years ago when Barbie came out. I wore it to the cinema. Yes, another problem that I have with this is that because it is a natural yarn, it ended up, the dye for the darker pink ended up staining the lighter pink here, and it is very visible. It is not very visible on camera, but it is very visible in real life. Done on my head, get rid of an item that you have made. It's going to be this one. I regret this deeply. I don't know, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. It looks fine, I guess, but again, I'm not really happy about the fit. It was not what I ended up wanting to do, which, to be fair, it was my mistake. I should have never doubted myself. Like, why can't I wear something like that? I don't know. This was just a cop-out. I regret it. And I'm not that happy about the color. It is not my color. I need to stop lying to myself that I'm going to wear these very bright colors, especially like warmer colors. I don't like them that much. And because the yarn is so soft, it is not fit for summer at all. Yeah, I'm going to give this a 4 or 3. I don't know what I said. I don't even know what I'm doing, to be honest, but yes, we don't have many items left. I have a couple of swim tops, and I have this beaded top that I made last year, and before that I made this 2 years ago. So let's talk about this one. Let me wear it first. So this one, I would say another fail. Not because it is not what I intended to do. So this is a commercially available 100% cotton yarn. And this one, so much better. It is not too stiff like the cotton I use for bags. It is not too loose and warm as the other one that I just showed you. So this is perfect for knitwear items for summer. My problem with it, well, is the neckline. I intended to make this. It's just, you know, you see somebody wear something and you're like, oh, I want that, but it just doesn't look the same on your body. And I'm not a really big fan of V-necks. I mean, some are fine when they're looser and stuff like that, but this one is almost like a sweetheart neckline. I really hate this, so this was straight. I made this straight, and then I kind of sewed the part here. So I can just actually cut that off. Yes, I think I will just cut that off, and hopefully it would just be a straight neck like the first one I was wearing, and it will kind of like roll down a little bit. But yes, that is the part that I hate the most for this one. The second part is the color. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. Again, it is too colorful. It has more than one color, and they are very light. And even in summer, I pair things with either blue, white, or black. And I don't pair things with white unless they are a darker color. I don't like wearing too light clothing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being annoying, but this one is too pastel for me. And the blue is not, it is almost a greenish blue. So I cannot actually pair up with all the blue, like colder blue that I have. Yeah, I do wear this. I will give it a 5. It was what I intended to do, but I shouldn't have done it in the first place. So I will try to cut this and see how that works. But yes, I just realized the first items that I've ever made while I was still figuring out knitting and crocheting ended up being better, or like ended up being what I wanted, more closer to my own style. I guess like after I did those, I just wanted to diversify what I was doing in terms of color and shape and stuff like that, but I think that was not a good idea. I just have to accept that I like certain things, and is it repetitive? Yes, but it is so much better to have boring things that you actually wear than to have more colorful, interesting items that I never wear. So I think that's what I'm learning. Oh, we don't have too much items left. I'm not going to wear all of the other ones, so because they are extremely similar. And basically I made a lot of crochet triangle tops. So these are for swimwear. This pink and red one has, it is really hard to show red on camera, but the pink and the red one, it's just a basic triangle swim top, but I made it like a scallop pattern for the edge. And I have a basic black one. This was the first one I have made, and I didn't end up making a tie bag. I was going to add buttons, but that didn't work out, so I used, what are these called? Clips? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I just used those. And then last year I was really into beaded and, well, I'm still into beaded and sequin pieces. So I have a lot of beads. So these ones are also with the Diva yarn off-brand, but I started using beads while I'm crocheting. I thread them to the yarn first, and then I knit with them or crochet with them. A lot of people just add the beads while they're doing, but because they are really small, I couldn't really do that, which I think like threading them in first and doing whatever you want to do with them is just so much easier and faster. So this one is a green one. It's like this, and this one I used a pink yarn with kind of like blue beads, and these are up for sale. I didn't end up selling them last year. Obviously they are made to measure, so I can make them in every measurement. Obviously if you're not really happy with triangle bras, you're not going to be happy with them, but yeah, I think I might film a video on how to make a triangle top for yourself. But yeah, I really like the beads. I'm extremely happy about these. And if I don't end up selling them, you know, I will not be mad about that. I will just keep them all for me. So this one was supposed to be another triangle swim top, but I wanted to add something new. So it ended up being this top, and it has blue beads with blue yarn, and we have this flake section for the torso, and these are not that fit for swimwear obviously, but I think they're fit for like summer nights. I'm really happy about this color. I also have it in orange. I made that one specifically to sell because I don't wear orange, but with this one, you know, if I don't end up selling, again, I'm not really gonna be mad about it. I really like this one. I really like the color. It is a very vibrant blue. The beads, I got two color beads. One is a lighter blue and one is a darker like grayish blue, and they shine really well, and I'm really happy about it. And I would give this, I would give this a 10. I didn't wear it yet because again, maybe I thought I would sell it, and I like to keep some stock normally, but since I didn't sell this last year, I think I will have this one for myself and try with different colors. And a lot of people don't like crochet items being like tie back, which is yes for more, which I do agree in terms of like more daily wear stuff, but because this isn't a very functional item, like this is for the look of it, I actually like that it is open back and just tie back. But yes, I'm really happy. I would give this a 10, and we only have one item left. I don't know how much I filmed, to be honest. I mean, the light, the sun has been going down since I started. So yes, let's do the last item. It is the last item that I made. I made this really recently, and it is this one. I used all the leftover yarn that I had while making this, and the pink is for the pink one, and the blue one was from two different projects where I made ponchos. So the blue one is a poncho, I will put it in here, and the pink one was a beaded poncho that I made last year. But yeah, I wanted to use all the scrap yarns. I still have some left, which I am now thinking of making either another another knit short, but I am a little scared in terms of shorts, so maybe I will make a crochet skirt. We'll see. Let me try this one on. This is my newest addition to all the summer knit and crochet pieces. I used all of my scrap yarns. I had a lot of this one, and I still have some of these left. I ended up finding, I was thinking about making a skirt or a short, same pattern, and because I had not enough left for of this blue, I was going to just reverse the colors. I was gonna use the pink color as the main color for the bottoms, and yeah, but I wasn't really sure. I didn't start it yet because I wasn't really sure even like for the stripes I had enough of this blue yarn, but I ended up finding, because I was cleaning the other day, I ended up finding a little more of this yarn. So I think I will make some type of bottom, either a skirt or a short for this one. I am really happy about it. Yeah, I did not have a shorter sleeve net, so yes, I already wore this a couple of times. I would give this a 9. I don't really know why, not a 10 or anything, but those other ones I had them for a long time. It has longevity, I am sure about the fabric, and this one could also be worn in fall and spring. So, you know, I'm just gonna see how much I wear it and go from there. But I am really happy about it. I was planning on making the neckline a little bit different. I actually made a mistake. So normally when you're doing a bottom band and then go into the body and make this one whole piece, I was supposed to put the bottom band on the inside and the without the bottom part on the outside, and I did reverse. So there's a hole there a little bit. I mean, I don't think that anybody can see or think that it was not intentional, but I know it, so that's why I'm gonna give it a 9. It is quite colorful, you know, for just a top. I do like just one color stuff, but because it is all the colors that I like, especially like the blues and the red, I'm not very much about baby pink, but because it is like all mixed up, I am really happy about it. I would not wear something this pink just by itself, but because it is mixed, I really like it. So I'm gonna give this a 9. I don't know how, I think I will like put some stats here because I'm not really sure how much did I like overrated these. I'm not really sure. I will put some stats here. I definitely have my favorites. I am really happy about everything that I've ever made, even the ones that I end up not wearing. I always learn something in the end. If I did not make those, I would make the same mistake again in the future. So I'm just trying to look at it that way. Yes, I think I might get rid of the pink one, the cotton one. It is getting really old, even though I'm not using it that much. This is my biggest disappointment, but you know, you live and learn. I don't really like getting rid of stuff, but you just gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. And yeah, I think those are all of my summer items that I made for myself. I have some more that I made for selling, but yeah, those are the ones I have. Those are the ones I made for the last 8 to 10 years. I'm not really sure. Actually, I think I have more summer items than I have winter items because, again, with the climate where I live, I don't really get to wear a lot of woolens or really thick stuff. I have made some mistake with those too. I have made some things that I really love. But yeah, I just wanted to show what I have made over the years and what I'm happy about, what I'm not happy about. And what I've learned is that I will like and wear these items more than, like, even the ones that I hate, I will wear more than the ones that I buy. I am more attached to these items. It's just so much easier to get rid of stuff that you buy because you're not like, you don't think about the work you're putting in, even though you, instead of work, you put money in. But yeah, everything I made is so such a better quality. Like, the worst quality things I make are such better quality than the things that I end up buying. It is ridiculous. I don't really feel bad about making things bad quality because I know how to fix them. I know how to work around it. I know if I don't wear something, I can frog or I can seam rip. I can just make something else from that item, which is not always the option with store-bought stuff. Especially with knits, there are summer knits that are being sold, but they are really plasticky. Like, this is acrylic, which is still plastic, like, I do realize that, but it is not the same thing. Like, you would think they are the same thing, but they are not. Like, yeah, these still have some airflow because I am making them very loose knitted, and yeah, even the plastics have their good quality and bad quality. And though I would really like making more mercerized cotton stuff, it is not on my budget at the moment, so I try to be as sustainable as possible by buying factory leftovers or dead stock fabrics and dead stock yarns. And that's kind of how I work around it and be, do the best that I can in terms of for both me and for the whole environment, I guess. I don't know. I'm just talking at this point to talk. But yes, that was, I don't know how long this video was, but thanks for watching anyways. If you have any questions, you can comment down below. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, I am so excited about my future projects, and I will also vlog, hopefully, and show you how that goes. So, bye!